Diversify. Yeah, same thing
Yeah.
with your portfolio. Diversify where you get your news from and your information. Check a lot of places out. Get all the news you can. Absorb what you can.
We're back.
What up?
Welcome back to YBI, where we discuss opinions and strategies on how to better your financial selves. Roman Zion here. My guy, what's going on with you?
Making moves, making things happen. A lot's been going on out there in the world. So just trying to keep up.
Man, everything's been going on. Everything has been going on. Um, yeah, but I think that it's time that we skipped over a major topic that we have to kind of rotate back to real quick. Um, People ask us, where do we get our news from? And we're like, oh, we sure didn't talk about that. So
Yeah.
today's the day.
That's
Today's
one
the day.
of the top questions for no reason. People are like, where do you get all this news and stuff? I'm like, oh, I guess, yeah. I guess most people don't know
Mhm.
where to get all this stuff all the time.
Yeah. So in terms of if you're a new investor, if you're new to looking at finance in general, there are a lot of different outlets. There's so many. There are probably thousands. This being one of them. And it's just like, hey, where do we get our information from? And we were just like, we can share a little bit of what it is that we use to give to you guys. As well as what we use when we're watching stocks, just finance news in general, all of that good stuff. We're going to discuss that. Just a few of the ones that we listen to, watch, all
Listen
that good
to,
stuff.
watch, look at, and the first thing that we let's get right into it. The first thing we usually do is go ahead and hit the like button down below and subscribe for us here on the channel. And thank you all so much. Did you do it?
Yes, I feel like they did it. You should do it you need to give us a like if you like the logo. We
The new
updated
logo.
the new logo and the new intro. We worked really hard to get both of those things. Shout out to our producer who really hooked us up with that. We wanted to make it a little bit cleaner, a little bit nicer, but make it something that was cool. And if you guys have not seen it, here it is.
Check it out. Wee.
Yeah, if you like that, give us a like just for that because it took a lot of work to just get that done. So now you guys can look forward to merch coming soon with that logo. So send us colorways that you guys want, things that you want, t-shirts, hats, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We're going to
Da,
try to
da,
get
da,
all of
da.
that stuff done. So yeah, and I think at some point soon, there's another giveaway coming up. I don't know when our last giveaway was what,
Holidays?
January, the holidays.
Holidays?
I think we're getting close to that again. So yes, let's hop right in. News. News is massive, especially financial news. A lot of people follow financial news all day long. When we talk about day trading here, that's financial news. That's what's going on in the market. That's what's happening on the day-to-day basis. That's what's happening from minute to minute.
Yeah.
Um, so what do you use to kind of keep yourself in touch?
It's kind of one hand, if anything, if all things, after you do any of this research, if anything, always consult a financial expert if you have one around, or hit them up if you're especially trying to make like a major play in your life. Get some for sure advice for someone who's certified in it. One of the top things I usually use though, starting out, is like a website called Finviz. If no one's kind of seen or heard of it, it's a pretty popular one out there for stock screening. It's a very in-depth one. You can kind of see it and kind of see what's going on there. I'll do like a little screen share now, just so the
Do
people
it.
that are on the video can kind of see it. But if not, just go on finvix.com. We'll put a link down below for it. But it's a really in-depth app that or website that shows a lot of just details and about any type of stock you can kind of search for or look up. You can just search it in there. It'll pop it right up for you and kind of see everything that's going on with it. So one of my top ones I really like to look at.
Man, so that for everybody that just got anxiety with all the numbers and graphs and stuff,
Blocks and
let's look at one that's a little bit more simple, one that is a little bit more funny, a little bit more laid back, but will still get you the type of information
you
that you
saying
need.
that's
We
not
go
fun? That's great.
Morning Brew.
That is
That is
great.
a lot. There are people that are stressed out just by looking at all the colors
Whatever.
and numbers. It's a ton of
The
information.
red,
So
the
if that's
green, the red, the green,
yeah,
green.
it's not Christmas anymore. So for everybody else that's like, no, that's too much. Morning Brew. Do you have that one up?
Oh, morning brew. I do.
Morning Brew.
I
So
forgot
every
about that
morning,
one.
Morning Brew will send you an email of a bunch of updates for the day in terms of stock prices, but they do it in a really simple way. They're also with the Motley Fool, so that's another one that you can use.
Well,
Again, something that's
yeah,
hmm?
they have like certain partnerships every day, and I think this today's one was just sponsored by Motley Fool, but they usually change that like every day.
Oh, really? Yeah, Motley Fool is another one though. Motley Fool is one that is also one that I read
Pretty
because it is a
popular
little
one.
bit more simple, but they also have a little bit of fun in there. But as you can see, they talk about different things. So they talk about auto, they talk about finance, what's going on in finance, what's going on in the world in general.
Yep,
Um,
everything.
but then they also have the scroll back down. Just
Oh,
never mind.
go back. No, go
Um,
back.
I was just saying the graphs. The graphs that they have on there is they're really simple. So it's the same information from the original one, but it's just that,
This
the
here.
Nasdaq, the
Oh yeah,
S&P, the Dow,
or how it
gold.
opens in the morning.
Yes. So
Um,
that's where we're at. Really, really simple. Really, really simplistic layout. So for everybody that just got anxiety from the one that Roman pulled up, this is
didn't
the
I
movie.
share Morning Brew with you?
You did. You
I
did. I'm
did.
not. I'm.
So
I'm not
morning.
saying that you did.
Okay, I was gonna say, hold on. Like I read Morning Brew. Morning Brew also has a great podcast called Business Casual, that you can also check out. They also have a couple other newsletters like Emerging Tech Brew, Retail, and Marketing that are also newsletters that you can also subscribe to and get news for that every day. So when I wake up in the morning, that's usually the first four things I'm kind of reading in the morning is my newsletters that I kind of get from various sources. Is Morning Brew is one of the first ones.
It's simple just because it automatically comes to your email. So you
Yep.
don't have to go look for anything. It's just a matter of, oh, I'm reading all my text messages. Oh, Morning Brew is already here. I can just read that and be up to date on whatever's happening for the day. So that's why it's really easy. So you don't have to go to some of these alternative websites. It's just right there, not a third party website or anything, just right there in your email. Um, I think another one that we touch on that I don't really use that much, but is really the big players. We're talking about like Bloomberg. We're talking about Forbes, and the Wall Street
Marketplace,
Journal, and the Wall
Wall
Street
Street
Journal.
Journal, Yahoo Finance. Yeah, all those places combined, you definitely should diversify where you get all your news from. Most times you look for any investor, look up any interview or anything. It's just really how much time they spend researching the market and researching their companies and looking for any news related to whatever company they're investing into. So you want to make sure you're doing that. Look it up everywhere, almost even your brokerage app or whatever brokerage you use, desktop version or whatever, usually has a news section that you can go on for those various stocks as well. Check that out. Literally read about, research as much as you can about any of the investments you want to do, because you should know about the company you're investing into.
Yeah. At the same time, you're gonna have to recognize if you're gonna want to pay for some of this stuff because some of these subscriptions aren't
Yeah.
free. Um, I think Bloomberg is really expensive. That's one of the ones that you have to pay for. It's more expensive, but when you're looking at Yahoo Finance, when you're looking at the other one that not Motley Fool.
Motley
Motley Fool is
Fool
free.
has, well, they also have a premium version.
Yeah,
So
they
does
have a premium
Marketplace,
version.
Watch it. They all do.
Yeah.
Even what was the one I was just thinking of? I think all of them pretty much have a premium site at some point. And you can choose to get various insights into there for it.
That's if you need like a ton of more information than what you're
Yep.
what you're currently getting. If you're like,
Yeah.
hey, I want to do a lot of research about a new stock that's coming up, or if you're like, hey, I want to get into Bitcoin a little bit more and I want to investigate what the trends have looked like for the last 8 years, what it looked like all the way through, yesterday when it closed, all of that stuff. That's when you're going to have to get something that's a little bit more in depth, a little bit more expensive, but
Yep.
those alternatives are out there if that's something that you're looking for.
Oh yeah. You hit on a very major one. The next one that I actually use is something that people have asked me a lot too, just how to track your portfolio and kind of see what news kind of pop up in it. And not sponsored by this company. We haven't sponsored by any of the companies we're mentioned so far in this video. Nor are we sponsored by this website as well, but it's one that I like a lot. It's Atom Finance. It's one that basically you can sync your investment accounts to, and it will kind of track and kind of see where your investment portfolio is doing so far or throughout time or tracking, as well as comparing it to the S&P 500, Dow, Nasdaq, whatever you want to compare it to, and let you know about news and chat rooms and things like that in it. It is free to use. They have a premium version. I used to have the premium version. Sometimes they give it away for free, depending on, because it's still a new kind of website, but I like it a lot. Haven't really had any issues with it. I've been using it since beta. It's great. I'll show you guys a little bit kind of what it looks like. Very kind of sleek layout, very easily. You can see your portfolio. Right down here below is something I really like. It'll show your portfolio stocks and see what their day changes and what your biggest grosser, what your loss are for that day. News related to those stocks right there on the side. So it keeps everything very clean and very together. There's a chat room. You can hop in and talk with different
Who you
people who
talking
are.
to? Who you talking to?
You can talk to whoever you want to. You can talk
Who
to
you
any.
talking to though? You got
Oh,
9+
I
messages.
don't,
Who you
to
been
be
talking to?
honest,
I'm
I
gonna
really
tell
don't
Alex.
open these. I really don't even open these that much. But if you
I'm gonna
want
tell
to, you
Alex.
can talk. Sometimes I'll be like, hey guys, I invest in Apple too. What's going on in the stock so far with it, or that,
Hmm.
whatever.
You trying to talk to
Um,
somebody over at the Apple? You supposed to be a Samsung boy.
whatever. There is a premium version side of it. There is a plus side to it that you can get more alerts and certain more in-depth news or things like that. But like I said, I've used both versions. You can get by on the free one if you want to pay for premium, you can. But I do highly recommend. We'll leave a link for all these below on this app. Or you can download the app version of it too, or just go on the website. But it's great. You can just put your stash in there, your M1, your Webull, your Robinhood, your Schwab, your M1. You can put them all in that one app, and it'll put them all together for you. It's great.
The best part about that as well is that you can also look in the link below to get free stocks. Which links do we have below? I want to say it's Weevil
M1,
and
Coinbase,
M1.
M1, some other ones. In other words, there's a
Yeah,
bunch of free money down below.
there are other
There's a
ones
bunch
down
of free
there.
money.
So if you're looking to not just about the news side, but also like, hey, I'm going to start investing, you can start by getting free stocks. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's free money, literally just free money. So make sure that you're taking advantage of those if you don't have one. I mean, if you're like, hey, I have Webull, but I don't have M1, get M1, and then you can use something like Atom to bring them all together. So now it's all in one simple database for you, but you also get free money at the end of the day. So yeah, you're welcome.
Yep. It's a good way to track everything, keep it all together, and why not get free money and free stocks? You can sell them right off if you want and pocket the cash, or keep them and see if they grow a little bit and make some free cash. I've
Exactly.
actually
Exactly.
made some money off a lot of those free stocks. Cause Stash would do like Stash stock parties and give away shares at some points, and a lot of those are up for no reason. And I'm like, oh, I actually wish I bought more of that stock when they gave this to me away for free, because some of those are up like 80+%, and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. So keep them, hold on to them, or sell them. Either way, use
Either
our
way,
link
it's your
because
money.
why not? We appreciate it. Um, I think that can wrap it up for us today. Um, the
Diversify.
news.
Diversify. Yeah, same thing
Yeah.
with your portfolio. Diversify where you get your news from and information. Check a lot of places out. Get all the news you can. Absorb what you can. Do all your
Yeah,
research.
there's a lot. There's a lot of outlets. So what Roman was saying that he does is he literally just wakes up and will put an AirPod, not AirPod, but whatever, his little earbud in his ear and just listen to the news all day.
Yep.
That's not my jam. I cannot listen to the news all day.
Well,
But
not
I
all
do want to
day.
make sure
Just a good,
I do want
good.
to make sure that
You
I'm
know.
getting the outlets. I need to get the information, but I can't do it
Hmm.
all day. I can't. So just make sure that you find one that is going to work for you, whether it be podcasts, whether it be reading, whether it be watching, because we didn't really mention any TV programs, but you
No,
know,
because like the
CNBC,
TV's live. You
CSNBC.
can kind of catch. Well, you can catch the 9 to 5 news or whatever, but it's also live right there on the internet. It's a little bit quicker to kind of go on your phone or on your tablet and look up Yahoo Finance or look up the stock price right, or the Nasdaq price right then and there. Then wait for it to pop up on the news. And yeah, I guess if you want to see everything else going on, but if you want to go straight for financial stuff, it's so much easier to go on one of these other platforms and just look it up right then and there.
There are finance channels. If you have cable, you can just type in finance, and some finance show
Or
will
just
come
sit
up
there and
somewhere.
blare things at you.
Yeah, I mean those people that be yelling and then they have the stock prices down at the bottom scrolling. But for me, it's like I need
Sell
specific
GameStop, buy
information.
GameStop, buy AMC to the
Yes,
moon. Oh, that's
all
Reddit.
of that,
Um,
all of that, which is just it's a lot, and I don't have time for TV. Um, but yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up for us here today. We'll be back soon, very soon.
we'll be back very soon.
Um,
Actually, next episode's going to be taking a look in depth inside of a portfolio I started for this channel to show you guys a journey of growing up some wealth and long-term gain. So excited to show that out for you guys. And then we got some other exciting things coming.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I think that we can pause right there and get up out of here. Roman, take us out.
Let's go, guys. You know what it is. We may be young, we may be broke, but we are always investing.
Till
Peace.
next time, y'all. Peace.
Hey everybody, thank you for listening to Young Broken Investing. We just want to let you know that these are the opinions of the hosts, are not meant to be the basis of any security purchases or investments. We're trying to give a little information out there for everybody and have fun and be safe.